Today we're going to discuss exactly how you can make or you will make your first million. Today I'm going to take you through the steps that you need to take to make your very first million.
Thank you, Ndegwa, for having me on your show today. I have done many works. I have hustled, but I am yet to get to the mark where I can say I have made $1 million bob. What aren't I doing right?
The question that he asks or he has asked is a very common question that many young people grapple with as they try to make it in life. And I'd like to start by saying this. The very first thing that you need to do is to identify a problem that exists. The problem has to be one that when you look at today and you look at it tomorrow and the day after, it is actually real. And it's not going away. A problem that needs a solution. That's the first thing that you need to ask yourself. Have I identified, or can I identify a problem, a real problem that actually exists and that isn't going away? Very many people see a problem, but they don't fully comprehend the problem. So what they do is they build an imaginary cocoon within which they tell themselves, if I can provide a solution to this problem, then I can make my money. But they haven't. That's not the problem. The problem is that is quite different. The problem needs to be seen for what it is, not for what you want it to be, so that you don't cocoon yourself inside your own imagination, thinking that you're actually providing a solution to the problem. So you need to identify a real problem. And I'll give you a simple example. When you are charging your phone, it overheats, it heats. Do you know it doesn't have to heat? If you can find a solution for that, you may find one of two things. Number one, people will say, I can live with the warmth of the phone as it charges. Others will say, I actually prefer my phone very cold all the time. And therefore, I'll buy that cooling system. If you happen to have sold the concept to the manufacturer of the telephone, then he might like it because it's an added value to his commodity. That's a problem that might exist. For some people, it's a real problem, and for some, it's a non-issue. If you have a high-end phone, they hardly heat. The lower you go on your phones, the lower, the cheaper the phone, let me put it that way, the more it heats as it charges. And sometimes even when it's discharging, when you're using it, it overheats. So you may want to look at the problem from that perspective, where the phone is heating, and it shouldn't heat. It should always be at an acceptable temperature. So you need to identify the problem and then ask yourself, what solution can I provide for this problem? And can I profit from so doing?